We are in Manipur right now, and after days of violence between two communities that are dominant in the state of Manipur, the Kuki community and the Meitei community, the tensions are still at an all-time high. But there is a peace prevailing now, and we can get you a glimpse of the violence that was unleashed as soon as the violence started. So we are at a very unique place. On my right-hand side, the houses that you see, that is predominantly the Meitei community, and on my left-hand side, on this side of the road, there is the Kuki community. There were clashes between both of these communities, and if I can show you that log of tree that's lying on the side of the road, that was used to make a blockade on the road to stop the army and other forces from doing an evacuation. But let's go and show you the glimpse of the violence that was unleashed here in this particular region, and still the fires are not completely put out. You can see these were the houses of some of the people from the Kuki community, and these were completely burned. Similar kind of situations are prevailing in regions where there are Meitei community people in minority and Kuki people are in majority. The army has been conducting flag marches and has been asking for peace to prevail, but it seems that it will take a long time for Manipur to reach normalcy back. The evacuation by the Indian Armed Forces are going on. The Indian Army right now is evacuating these set of people who have been stranded here for the past few days. The situation remains tense in Manipur, entire state, and especially when we talk about the Imphal region and the region surrounding Imphal, the tensions are still high. There is arson happening, there is loot happening, and there is ethnic violence happening between different communities. And the Indian Army is right now trying its level best to evacuate people in time and to provide relief to these people. We'll try and speak to these people and try to understand that what exactly have they been facing for the past few days. I just want to speak to you थोड़ा सा कि क्या-क्या problems आ रही थी आप लोगों को?
There are lots of problems here. So lots of people, children, there are lots of problems we face here.
Okay.
But
is there shortage of food, etc.?
All affected.
All affected.
Yeah.
So how long have you been living here?
Living here since my childhood.
Since your childhood.
Have
you ever seen something like this in your past?
No, this is the first. I've seen the Naga Kuki class earlier when I was a kid. This second time, and there's no guarantee that such things will never repeat in Manipur again. The state is like, I don't know what to say.
What's your name?
My name is Daniel.
We are holding our back or tears.
So this is what these people have to say. The other community have to make their own different claims, and this is the situation. It remains tense, and you can see the army right now trying to evacuate people as soon as possible from these regions. But this is not just the only region. There are several of these regions where tensions are at an all-time high, and everyone is hoping for situations to become normal. Once the evacuations are being done by the Indian Army, another step that follows that evacuation is a flag march. Now, people will question that what exactly is a flag march and why is it required? So once a community is evacuated from a tense location, it becomes paramount for the armed forces to ensure that there is no tension in that region. There is no further clash in the region. As you can see here, you can see there are some objects that have been burned. Arson took place here. Tires were burned to stop the evacuation initially when the tensions were going on. From these hilly regions, from these bushes and the jungle part of the side of this area, there were some arsons who reached here and who burned the houses as well as property of other community people. But that is happening everywhere in Manipur, and that is the big question, that how the armed forces are going to control that, stop that from happening, how confidence building measures are to be put in place. But here, immediately after the evacuations, you can see these kind of flag marches. Armed soldiers, officers are conducting their flag marches to ensure that after the evacuation is done, no more tension or no more violence ensues, and people who have been evacuated, their properties remain safe. So in a confidence building measure, these kind of flag marches with the Indian Army soldiers are being conducted all over Manipur, and this is to ensure the lasting peace continues. And this is why this is a regular process. Once the evacuation is done, this is a regular process of patrolling. And I would like to show you the convoy of the Indian Army that is coming from that side. With hooters, with speakers, where the army is appealing to the people that people should remain at home. They should not come out in the open, especially as a curfew is in place. People should remain vigilant as well. We are right now outside the Manipur airport, and days after violence erupted, now another phenomenon is taking place. Exodus is happening in Manipur from different parts of the state, especially in Imphal. The only route to get out of the state is the airport, is via flights, because the trains are not functional. People are not confident that they can, in fact, take the roads. They cannot drive, and that is why flights for several days out of Manipur are booked. The students are getting out. As you can see, there is a huge convoy of the Indian Army that has, in fact, brought students from the RIMS, the RIMS in Manipur, Imphal, and all of the students here packed in these army trucks have been brought to the airport. These students are from different parts of the country, and especially from different parts of Northeast, and they are trying to escape from the violence hit state. But the problem also at the airport is that so many people have taken refuge inside the airport that the airports are packed, and that is why the army has to actually wait here before they can actually all enter inside the airports, because there is no space inside the airport as well to accommodate more people. These are all the students. They have been safely brought here by the Indian Army, and that exactly is the reason why they have been brought in the trucks, because Army has been providing them safety to travel from inside Manipur, from inside Imphal till here at the Imphal airport. We'll try and speak to some of the students here and try to understand that what exactly are their concerns, and try to see that whether they will be going back to their homes, and for how long will they be going out of Imphal. Excuse me, I'm from India today. I just want to understand, where exactly are you from?
I'm from Meghalaya.
You're from Meghalaya.
Yeah.
So how was the situation for the past few days for the students especially? Were you scared, all of you?
Yeah, we were scared, and outside too, we don't know, since we stayed inside the hostel only. Yeah, and now since we are being evacuated, so we are very thankful to the government of Meghalaya. Yeah, that's it.
Meghalaya. And the Indian Army that has transported
Yeah.
you here. So are you thankful for that?
Yeah,
as well?
sure.
And when will you be coming back? You're a student of RIMS, I think.
Yeah.
From your identity card.
As of now, we have no idea of returning here.
You have no
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
that when will you return. What is your name?
Suraj Kumar.
Suraj Kumar.
Yeah.
How long will you be gone as far as your home is?
We can't say for now. As long as the situation's like this, we won't be coming back. But once the situation settles down, then yeah, we'll come back ASAP.
Are your other friends also leaving Manipur?
Yeah. Other states, they're all leaving as well.
So this is the situation. They are all thankful to the government as well as the Indian Army that has transported all the students here. But still, uncertainty looms over large, and exodus in large numbers happening across the state of Manipur, given the fact that violence is unprecedented in this state. We are right now in Churchandpur in Manipur, and right now we are in a camp of the Kuki community people who have been displaced from their homes after the violence. We'll try and speak to these people who have taken refuge in these evacuation camps and try to understand that what exactly happened and why exactly are they here after what they have seen.
Meitei गालों मुझे कहाँ होता है
घर वगैरह जला दिए उन्होंने, क्या किया उनके साथ?
lấy nó càng môi rồi để
cái nó cho càng sắm bồi nên mi là vào mà होता है कब
क्या बोले?
वहाँ पे वो मेटी वहाँ पे आ गया, इसलिए हम लोग भाग के आ गया। हाँ, भाग के आ गया।
घर वगैरह ठीक है आपका, सलामत है सब ठीक?
lấy nó tụi nó phá nai rồi để bằng ngati।
तू ही ना फनाए का इन चुप तू नुंग लगा है
अभी तक तो फिलहाल ठीक है, लेकिन हम लोग वहाँ पे जा नहीं पा रहे हैं।
जा नहीं पा रहे। आपके साथ क्या हुआ था? घर में और कौन कौन लोग हैं?
lấy nó của में
Tu là tu mà cô mà talo mi ngam lo hung jam ka utulam.
अभी कोई नहीं है घर पे,
कोई नहीं है।
क्योंकि उसका घर टोटली जल गया।
सब कुछ जला दिया, सब कुछ नहीं छोड़ा लोगों ने।
अब वो ना काम तुम है वैसे।
Abo na kang tu matay pathum.
और क्या क्या सामान आप लेकर आ पाए यहाँ पर? क्या क्या वैल्यूएबल चीज़ें लेकर आ पाए?
बंग बंग लोग को माने
Ma polo ye ka ki van hi ma po man lo.
कुछ भी नहीं, सिर्फ ये जितना ड्रेस
बस इतना ही है।
ke ki zo ta ka chi ka pasal ni ko tha kilo ka cha te le lo lo kun ni ka la su na kang tum ni ta ka tun le na the di ta lo la
3 तारीख में रैली हुआ था, पीस रैली। तो मैं रैली के लिए गया और मेरा पति जो है वो काम में गया था, लेकिन हम लोग जब वापस आए तो पूरा टोटली बर्न डाउन हो गया था।
Similar are the stories from each and every evacuation, each and every relief camp where people have been displaced, people have lost all of their belongings, all of their lives worth of savings, and this has happened because of the mindless violence that started in the state on 3rd of May, and still there is no sign of a permanent peace that can return. Be it the Kuki side of the community or the other communities, everyone is hoping for peace to prevail as soon as possible.